Hi, how are you? It's Therese here and welcome to this video on IELTS reading time management. Even if you're already a very good reader in English, the IELTS reading part is quite short. It's 60 minutes, so it's easy to miss questions and run out of time. So in this video, I'd like to cover some important techniques to save time for you so that you can get the most number of questions and the best band score possible. So just a quick reminder that there are 3 passages in academic reading, 700 to 1,000 words each, and 40 questions, 60 minutes. This video will talk about a question-focused strategy. So rather than concentrating on the passages, you're focusing on the questions. You don't know the answer until you know the question, right? So how many questions do you need? What band score do you want? So if you want band score 7, you need to be answering 30 questions correctly. You can afford to lose 10 questions. If you want band score 8, you can afford to lose 5 questions because you'll need to get 35 questions correct. Now, of course, I'm referring to the academic reading here, not the general. So how can you save time in IELTS reading? Number 1, know the types of questions that come up in IELTS reading. Number 2, read the questions first. 3, give more time to the last passage. Number 4, identify keywords and synonyms in the questions. And number 5, skim, scan, and close reading techniques. You've heard about them before. You're hearing about them again because these techniques work. They help you to speed up and get the answers correct. Know the types of questions in IELTS reading. We're talking about multiple choice, identifying information. By the way, that's the same as true, false, or not given, or yes, no, not given. Identifying writer's views, claims, matching information, headings, features, sentence endings, sentence completion, summary, table, flowchart, diagram completion, short answers. Let's look now at a real practice test this is taken from the Cambridge source for the IELTS practice tests. So it's very similar to what you'll see in the exam. And then on the right, you have the questions. So it can be quite intimidating to see this. And I know for me, I'm not a scientific person. When I look at this extract, honestly, I don't know a lot of the words that come up. They're very technical, but don't panic, don't be afraid. The main thing is to try to hone in on the questions, as I said before. Now, you're highlighting those key words. In this case, reverse osmosis, UV light, chlorination, distillation, very technical words, but you're going back and you're finding them in the passage. So that's the technique that we're using. We're skimming for general meaning. We're scanning for those key words, those key technical words in this case. And then you're applying close reading to the selected extract. So once you have scanned and found those key words, then you're highlighting or you're overlining with the pen that part of the passage, and then you're applying close reading. That means very careful reading to fully understand the meaning. By the way, just because you have found the correct word or its synonym doesn't mean that that is necessarily the part with the correct answer. Just be careful that you don't fall into that trap. Make sure that you apply careful reading so that you are getting the correct answer. Just to recap everyone, the passages increase in level of difficulty as you go along in academic reading. So instead of giving exactly 20 minutes to each passage, what I would recommend is devote the most amount of time to the most difficult passage, which is probably the last one. So make sure that you are covering the hardest passage with the most amount of time. Vocabulary is very important for reading. So take time to really grow your vocabulary, and the best way you can do that is through reading. So I would suggest devote 20 minutes of your time to reading every day in English. I know that it's not easy to find the time to do so, but I promise you that if you dedicate 20 minutes of reading per day, your level will grow naturally and you will improve your vocabulary immensely. Make sure also that you're using original sources to practice with. So use the practice test from Cambridge, British Council, and IDP. Use a dictionary for meaning and use a thesaurus to find synonyms. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Good luck in IELTS reading, managing your time. See you in our next video. Bye.